Okay, I'm getting ready to fix me. I guess it would be a late lunch slash early dinner right now. I'm gonna fix me. I just got a taste for a quesadilla, which I'm gonna use my walnut mushroom meat that I had already in the freezer. So it'll be like a ground beef quesadilla. So for that, I'm just gonna make a few toppings, and I just figured I would just go through and show you guys those things that I'm gonna make for it. So I'm gonna first make some pico de gallo. Pico de gallo is just basically tomatoes, onion, and cilantro. Now I don't have any fresh cilantro today, so I'm just gonna use the dry that I have already on hand. I'm using one of the Roma tomatoes that I purchased from Lidl, and already had some white onion on hand. So I'm going to use the white onion in that today. I tend to use a lot of the red onions or purple onions when I'm eating them raw. I just prefer the red onions because it's a sweeter taste. But for the pico de gallo, I'm just going to go ahead and just use the white onion for that. So basically right now, all I'm doing is just, I'm going to go through here and put these in slices. And then I'm just going to dice those. Not making a lot. I'm just basically making enough for, I guess, one good serving. Cutting off the ends of the tomatoes. So I'm just going to cut these kind of in half and then across. And that'll give you kind of like your dice. And what I'm going to do is, using this little condiment cup, just going to put those in there. And do the same thing with this one. Just dicing the tomatoes for that. Okay, so that's just one small Roma tomato diced up. Now I'm going to dice my onion. And usually when I'm dicing onions, I just usually cut off just a few slices, and then I just go down each slice to get my dice. And I love onions. I love onions in pretty much everything, as far as it being, you know, an actual dish or something that you're eating from a savory standpoint. So I'm just going to add, let's see, I may not need all of that in there. I'm just going to kind of mix it up a little bit with my knife just to kind of size it about an even mix. And I'll probably just put the rest of those few onions in my, add it just to my walnut meat when I get ready to heat that through. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't think I'm going to add that to that. Okay. And I also wish I had a little bit of lime juice to add to it, but I forgot to get some lime. I wasn't thinking about it. And so I'm just going to add cilantro. I love, love, love cilantro. So that's probably about maybe a half a teaspoon if I had to estimate. I don't measure a lot when I'm cooking a lot of things. I just kind of, as they say, let the spirit guide me with when to stop adding something. Okay, so that's my pico de gallo. Just that simple and just that quick. So it's just diced onions, Roma tomatoes, and cilantro. So that little part is finished. That'll probably be enough for 2 quesadillas more than likely. So I'm gonna set that to the side and just gonna leave my diced onions right over here on the side. And gonna remove the little end pieces of what I cut off of the tomatoes and the onions. Gonna wrap up the rest of this onion back. Put that back in my little plastic baggie there. But that'll just be to the side to go back in the fridge. Now, I'm gonna make a little bit of quote unquote guacamole real quick. To go on my quesadilla. So, let me rinse off the avocado before I cut it. And this is my little avocado. You can use this part to make slices. And that's the part to get out the pit. And then this is like the little knife part to cut it with. So we're just gonna go through. This is one of the avocados from the batch that I bought last weekend, where I got the 3 bags of the 3 6-count bags. Something must have got Bentley's attention for him to be keeping all that noise in the background. Okay, so this is a perfectly ripened avocado. And as I said, this is just one of the avocados from the 3 bags that I bought last weekend from Aldi. It was 3 6-count bags. So I had 18 avocados all together. And that just came right out, the skin there. So that was perfectly ripened. And I just kind of jab the little core part up against the seed, twist, and it lifts right out. Okay, and so I'm just taking this and just peeling around the outside. And once I finish going all the way around, turn it upside down and kind of pinch the skin, and it comes right off. So you have your 2 whole avocados there. And all I'm gonna do with this, I do have a avocado masher, but I like to use that if I'm making like a lot of guac, or I'm having to, use a lot of avocados. I'm just using this one, so I'm just gonna use this fork and just mash the avocado, just like I do for avocado toast, kind of making it the same way. Again, normally for guacamole, I would like to use lime. I wasn't thinking about any lime when I was in the store. So, we will utilize what we have on hand. I usually always keep lemons on hand. So, as long as you've got some acid. And I do have a juicer for my lemon, but I'm not going to get that out because I'm just needing to squeeze a little bit. I guess maybe a half a teaspoon if I had to guess. I love to use fresh lemon. I do not like to use lemon juice in the bottle because usually that's from concentrate, meaning it's water has been added to it and probably some other preservatives, quote unquote. So I just always keep lemons on hand because I use that a lot when I'm making avocado toast. I prefer the lemon over the lime, but again, you're just looking more so for acid taste. So that's it. That's basically your guac. Also, a lot of times it's red onions added. I just decided just now, last minute, I'm gonna add in the little bit of white onion that I have and utilize that. That's why I say you don't have to make this complicated, the thing with plant-based or vegan eating. You are preparing the majority of your meals. But that's a good thing in the sense of you know what's in it. You know it's fresh. You know you've prepared it. You ain't got to worry about what somebody's doing, maybe in the kitchen in a restaurant, and hopefully they're clean or, you know, whatever the case may be. I'm going to add some cilantro to this. Normally I would add fresh, but as I said, I didn't purchase any. It's not a big deal because it gives me a chance to use the dry up. So I intentionally probably won't purchase any fresh until this is just about empty because I want to make sure I use that up. I will add some onion powder. This is not traditional for just guac or guacamole, but everyone knows it's guac for short. But this is just what I'm doing. I'm doing my thing. And in the words of Miss Tabitha Brown, because that's my business, I can do that. But this is how I make my avocado toast in the morning. I always add some garlic powder and onion powder. So that's basically it. I will taste to just see if I need to add anything to it. I just realized I didn't add any salt, so I probably need to, but sometimes with your acid like lemon, it will kind of replace the saltiness. Yeah, needs a little bit of salt. So I'm utilizing, of course, sea salt. That's what I have right now. Just finished up using my pink Himalayan salt. So I usually rotate between the two, just whichever one I find and is on sale. This large container of sea salt was $2.99. I think, pretty sure I got this at Ross or TJ Maxx or Marshalls. Y'all know where I'm shopping for everything primarily. So I'm just gonna mix this up. Just kind of see if the seasoning is good on it. Yeah, that's good. It's not too much salt, but it's just enough on that. So, gonna add that to my little condiment dish here. That will go on top of my quesadilla. And you guys, make sure you have some rubber spatulas. You want to get everything off your dish when you're making it. Every little bit makes a difference. This is going back to getting your money's worth on everything. You make sure you scrape those containers out and make sure when you make something, your dish is clean, that you've gotten all of that out. Okay, so we're through with that. We just made a little bit of guac, aka guacamole, and pico de gallo. So we've got those two things for a quesadilla. So we're through with that. I don't have any salsa. I wish I had thought to get some because I do like that on my quesadilla. I also like vegan sour cream when I have it, but I didn't buy any when I was at Sprouts. It's a particular brand of the Voyager that I really like, but I didn't think to get any. No big deal. We're just going to utilize what we have. It would still be good. So that's all I'm going to do with that for right now. And next we're going to move right on over and get our quesadilla itself made. So I'll be right back with you.